Two young girls sprinting through the rain, hearts pounding, breath ragged. Asia Reaves and her little sister Maria are running for their lives, not from a stranger, but from their own father. A man who beats them, locks them in the basement, and somehow calls it love. They duck into a convenience store, soaking wet and desperate. Maria spots something she wants, but Asia shuts it down immediately. We have to save our money until we get to New York. New York is their dream. Freedom. A fresh start. A life that actually belongs to them. Maria looks up at her big sister, trembling. You really think we're gonna make it? Asia pulls up her sleeve and shows off a fresh bird tattoo. Her eyes are full of fire. No one's gonna cage us ever again. I promise. But promises are fragile things. Their father walks into the store and asks the manager if he has seen two girls. The manager points him straight to the back. Their father spots their cart. He hears the doorbell jingle as they bolt, and he runs after them. They almost make it. Almost. A friend of their father cuts them off and they are stopped in their tracks. Asia, desperate and cornered, pulls out a gun and points it directly at her father. Get back, or I'll pull the trigger. He doesn't listen. He lunges toward her, and Asia fires. The shot rings out. Maria is frozen in pure shock. But the man doesn't die. He grabs Maria by the leg and holds on tight, screaming for someone to call the police. Asia can't carry her sister and run at the same time, so she runs alone. He survives. Asia gets arrested, and little Maria gets handed right back to the monster. A decade passes. Asia Reaves is in prison now, hardened, sharp-eyed, eating guilt for breakfast every single day. But she has never stopped thinking about Maria, not for 1 second. So she does the only thing she can. She hires a private investigator, a worn-out, world-weary man who has heard every sob story in the book, and tells him she needs to find her sister. The PI drops a photo on the table. It is the last known image of Maria Reaves, taken at a motel in New Jersey right before she vanished completely. Her phone was tracked to one final location, an exclusive, locked-down co-op building in uptown Manhattan. The Virgil, built in 1923. One of the most luxurious addresses in the entire city, but whispered about in certain circles for something far darker. Some of the people they hire go missing, the PI says quietly. Mostly minorities, undocumented workers, people off the street. The cops won't touch it. Too much money, too many powerful people with too much to lose. But the PI has found a lead. A cleaning lady named Isabel Davison was just offered a maid job at the Virgil. She starts next month. Asia doesn't wait for next month. That same night, she shows up at Isabel's door, knocks her out, and steals her ID. Just like that, Asia Reaves ceases to exist. Isabel Davison walks into the Virgil. She arrives drenched in rain, bruised, with one eye blackened from God knows what. The woman who greets her is Lily Woodhouse, the building's superintendent. Polished, elegant, completely unreadable. It's a pleasure to meet you in the flesh, Isabel. Lily eyes her up and down and asks for her ID. Then she tilts her head slightly. You sound different. Asia doesn't blink. Getting over a cold. She's in. But the moment she steps inside, Asia is told to hand over her phone. Residents demand absolute privacy. The door behind her locks with a heavy, final sound. Asia glances back at it. That's a lot of locks. Lily smiles calmly. Mementos from olden times. And right there, Asia knows she has walked into something very serious. Lily introduces her to the building's residents. There is Sharon Vanderbilt, wealthy, vain, and the owner of a fast-growing anti-aging cosmetics brand called Eternus. There is also Dr. Sherman and his writer wife, Anne. Sharon immediately zeroes in on Asia's bruised eye. What happened to your eye? I fell in the shower, Asia says, and leans in, thoughtful. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. Yours must be very sad. Dr. Sherman chuckles softly. You'll have to excuse my wife. She's a writer. As they move through the hallway, Lily quietly slips away to another part of the building. She went to her staffs and whispers she has found a new offering. And lurking in the hallway like a dark cloud is Ray, Lily's husband. Drunk, hollow, miserable. Lily speaks to him softly, reminding him she had asked him not to drink today because of their new arrival. Ray looks over at Asia, and his expression is not anger. It is pity. Deep, heavy, helpless pity, like a man watching someone walk toward a cliff he cannot warn them about. He turns and shuffles away, as if he simply cannot bear to watch what is coming. Asia is shown to her small maid's quarters on the first floor. Lily makes sure Ray does not linger, and then she is gone. The moment Lily leaves, Asia unpacks, takes a shower, and changes her clothes. Then she hears it. A sound. She freezes. She tries to figure out where it is coming from. Then she hears it again, and drops to the floor. She crawls into the hallway and watches in silence as the lights begin going out, one by one, moving slowly toward her. She runs back inside and shuts the door. She is not alone in this building, not even close. That night, Asia cannot sleep. She sits on the bed, mind racing, knowing something is deeply wrong. Then the door bursts open. A cult member attacks her in the dark. The fight is brutal and fast, and Asia, hardened by years in prison, slams his head into the edge of a table. He crumples to the floor, knocked out cold, but then more of them come. They pour into her room like they own the place. Sharon leads the charge. There is a massive man named Bob, built like a freight train, the same man Asia had knocked out earlier. And then there is Kevin Sullivan, smug, dangerous, and fully committed to whatever chaos is about to unfold. Asia backs up toward the wardrobe. Kevin steps forward and yanks it open. Smirking, Asia smiles right back at him, and cuts his head clean off. The fight that follows is relentless. Asia moves through them like she has been training for this her entire life, because in many ways, she has. She takes them down one by one. She gets hold of Sharon and kills her with the sword. Bob tries to escape, but Asia follows him, pins him to the ground, and puts her foot on his back like she owns him, and then she hears slow, steady applause. Lily steps forward, calm and composed, clapping as if she is watching a stage performance. "Well, I did not expect this much from you." Her eyes are steady, almost impressed. "So I would very much like to know who you really are." Asia looks her in the face and says, "I'm not going anywhere until I leave with my sister." Lily does not flinch, not even slightly. "You don't know what you're getting yourself into," she says quietly. And then the room shifts. Kevin slowly reaches up and begins pushing the severed pieces of his neck back together. Sharon, who Asia killed with her own hands just moments ago, starts knitting herself back together too. Limbs reattaching, wounds closing, eyes reopening. These people cannot die. Asia's face goes white, and she runs. She tears through the building, finds an underground passage, and drops down into it out of sheer desperation. The cult members begin searching every floor and every corridor. In the darkness below, Asia comes face to face with Sharon again. She shoots her directly in the skull. Sharon staggers, pauses, and then her destroyed skull slowly rebuilds itself, bone by bone. She blinks, she snarls, and she comes straight at Asia like absolutely nothing happened. Asia runs harder than she has ever run in her life. Then a hand grabs her from the shadows. It is Ray. He is hiding inside the walls of the building, chain-smoking, looking like a man who has long since made peace with being damned. He pulls her close and starts talking fast. "This building is a temple for Satan. The Virgil has been a satanic cult headquarters for over 100 years. The founders discovered a way to communicate with the demonic realm, and they made a deal. Immortality, in exchange for human sacrifice. As long as your name is written on the list, an ancient, supernatural ledger, you cannot be killed. Bullets, blades, explosions, everything just slows you down for a few seconds. Even a small slice of skin will keep living on its own," Ray says grimly. "The cult lures in the vulnerable, the poor, the desperate, the homeless, the undocumented, people no one will miss. They are offered jobs, shelter, and a sense of family. And then they are sacrificed in exchange for the cult members' continued immortality. The chosen few, like Sharon and Kevin, are rich and powerful, and they use that power to protect the Virgil's secrets. Others, like Ray, earned their place on the list through years of loyal service. But Ray is done. He has paid too high a price for too long." Asia looks at him hard. "Why are you helping me?" "I have my reasons," he says quietly. Then she asks the only question that truly matters. "How do I kill them?" The answer is devastating. She cannot, not while their names are on the list. She can slow them down, sever a limb, blow off a head, but they will always come back. Always. Ray leads her through hidden passages deep in the building. They reach the roof and find a way down to Maria's floor. Asia raises her weapon, and Ray grabs her arm. A figure is standing in the room below. It is Maria, 10 years older, eyes full of things she has seen and cannot unsee. Asia breathes her name, completely overwhelmed. But the reunion is raw and messy, nothing like she ever imagined. Because Maria is furious. "This is my home now. I'm not going anywhere with you." Asia stands firm. "I'm here to get you out. You already left me once." Maria's voice cracks and cuts like broken glass. "While you were in prison, while our father was beating the hell out of me every day, I needed you. But you're too late now." Asia does not flinch. "I am never leaving without you." And she punches her sister unconscious. She is coming with her whether she likes it or not. Ray lays out the situation. Getting out of the building will not be easy. The windows are shatterproof. The front doors are fortified steel. There is exactly one exit, a fire escape ladder on the roof, only accessible through the 9th floor. And the 9th floor, Ray says with dead eyes, is the last place anyone wants to be. Before they can move, 2 cult members find them. Asia drops them both instantly. And they run. Ray does everything he can to create diversions, buying Asia precious seconds in the hallways. But Lily is waiting. She captures Ray and has him bound to a chair. Lily stands over him, a century of history between them, and for just a moment, the mask slips. Even now, you can see something real behind her eyes. If you still care for me, for us, think very carefully about what you do next. Ray glances over at Sharon, who is still half-stitched together from the earlier fight. He almost smirks. She looks better this way. Then his eyes go back to Lily. Steady. Decided. He has made his choice. Lily picks up the building-wide intercom. Her voice is cool, composed, utterly terrifying. Our offering is on the loose. Her real name is Asia Reaves. Every tenant, every floor, be on the lookout. We need her alive, but feel free to make her suffer. What follows is all-out war. Asia moves through the Virgil like a woman possessed, improvising weapons from everything the building has to offer. She uses every survival instinct that prison carved into her. She shoots them, stabs them, throws them off balconies, sets them on fire, and every single one of them gets back up. How many of you are there? She screams at one point, completely exhausted. She fights through to Maria, grabs hold of her, and they push toward the roof together. Then Lily steps directly into their path, and drops a question like a bomb. Do you even know whose life you're actually fighting for? A flashback hits like a punch to the stomach. When Maria first arrived at the Virgil, she was meant to be a sacrifice, nothing more. But Lily offered her a deal. The same deal the cult offers its chosen members. Join the family. Get your name on the list. Earn immortality. The price? Kill one person. Seal the deal with blood. Maria agreed. Her intended sacrifice was the real Isabel Davison, the cleaning woman whose identity Asia had stolen. But then Asia showed up at the Virgil instead. And the ceremony is tonight. Without a sacrifice, the demonic contract comes due, and Maria's name gets erased from the list. Maria dies. Asia stares at her sister. The sister she broke her entire life trying to reach. The sister who sold her soul just to survive. Who was going to sacrifice a stranger to stay alive. There are no easy heroes here. They are captured and brought deep into the building, deeper than any floor Asia has ever seen. Into a chamber that feels ancient and wrong in a way that has nothing to do with the physical world. And then they see it. The head, also known as the pig's head. A monstrous, barely human demonic entity, snorting, growling, and radiating something ancient and terrible. This is the true Lord of the Virgil. The being the cult has faithfully served for 100 years. The source of everything. Kevin steps forward and presents both Maria and Ray as traitors. The head passes its judgment. Ray is removed from the list. He is mortal again, which means he can die. Lily is given a choice: kill Ray herself, or die beside him. For one long, cracked, deeply human moment, something shatters behind Lily Woodhouse's eyes. After a century together, after all the blood, all the sacrifice, all the devotion, she still loves him. I can't let you go, she breathes. Ray holds her gaze. Steady. I made my choice. Now it's your turn, darling. The blade comes down. Lily kills her husband. And just like that, 100 years of marriage ends on the floor of a devil's temple. The head turns to Maria. Time is up. There are no more chances. Maria drops. I'm sorry, my lord. I should not have helped her. Please, give me one more chance. I will do whatever it takes. The head considers. Then speaks. Kill your sister, and write your name on me to join us fully. Maria picks up the blade. She stands over Asia, who is bound and helpless on the ground. Asia stares straight up at her sister and does not look away. I'm so sorry, Maria whispers. This is the only way. The blade comes down. Maria kills herself. Asia falls to the ground beside her and stares into her sister's eyes as the life leaves them. The room goes completely silent. The head is satisfied. The deal is done. And then Asia opens her eyes. Lily stares in absolute disbelief. Maria sacrificed herself to make Asia immortal. Maria did not kill herself to end things. She put Asia's name on the list. She gave Asia her immortality. She traded her own life for her sister's, one death for one life, and she chose to be the one who dies. Asia rises from the floor like a force of nature. She is on the list now. She cannot be killed. And she is absolutely, catastrophically furious. The final battle tears through the inner sanctum of the Virgil. Asia faces the head directly, a massive, grotesque, supernatural fight through the very heart of the building. The head tries to use Maria's voice against her. You should have left me alone. I'd still be alive. I died because of you. It does not work. Asia sets the head on fire and keeps swinging. Lily makes her final stand and falls. Kevin, Sharon, and Bob all go down. Asia tears through every last cult member with a ferocity that is equal parts grief, equal parts love, and 10 long years of compacted, burning rage. And then, silence. Asia staggers out of the Virgil into the cold New York night. The PI is waiting outside, completely unprepared for what he is seeing. The building behind her is in chaos. Asia is drenched in blood and barely standing. What happened in there? Asia looks at him flatly. Rich people. And then the PI sees something move behind her. A figure. Gasping. Hyperventilating. Clawing its way back to life. Maria. The bargain was broken. The cult was destroyed, and in the wreckage of everything the head had built for a century, the supernatural contract collapsed and rewrote itself. Asia had changed the name on the list, and Maria comes back. The sisters collapse into each other on the sidewalk outside the Virgil, crying, laughing, a decade of damage between them, and somehow, impossibly, still standing. This is the end of the movie. Please subscribe.